Welcome to GRE Mnemonics video number 87, a quick review of video number 86. For some reason, utensils were stolen by a trusted man from his office once. The man decorated the utensils with bells. He now announced his glowing works wearing a glowing blazer. The man said goodbye and told everyone on the bayport to wait. He was visiting a bay where an event will be held every 2 years. So let's learn and understand today's set of GRE words. Bigmist, one who has two spouses at the same time. Clue, man with two wives in mist. Visualize a man who played two games at once, watched a match when he was surrounded in mist. Mary protects a bigamist from his former employer and his two wives. Someone who marries one person while already legally married to another is a bigamist. Intramural, situated within the walls of a city. Clue, tremor in an indoor mural painting competition. Visualize. A tremor disrupts his intra-house table tennis match. Intramural sports leagues are intended for recreation and fun. Something that's intramural takes place within a single institution or community. Your local recreational center might offer intramural table tennis to its members. First used in the mid-19th century, the adjective intramural comes from the prefix intra, meaning within, and the Latin word murus, meaning walls, within walls. Blase, sated with pleasure. Clue, over exposure or used to the blaze. Visualize. The tremor caused a blaze and a civil defense rescue staff is least thrilled and yawns away. If the thrill is gone, you are blasé. If you yawn on a roller coaster, then maybe you have had one too many rides. The adjective blasé describes someone who is bored with the pleasures of life because of frequent indulgence or exposure. When asked what she thought of the award ceremony, the actress yawned and replied, "It was blasé. It was just like the last 15 award ceremonies I had attended." Bier, a horizontal framework with two handles at each end for carrying a corpse to the grave. Clue, beer-shaped coffin. Visualize the man over indulgence. He is crushed under a bier and is laid to rest near an ancient mountain. When a popular public figure dies, crowds of mourners may line up in order to walk past the bier and pay their respects. A bier is a structure used to hold a coffin during a funeral. You might confuse this word with beer, its homonym, but you can't drink a beer. The word comes from the Old English bear, as in hand barrow or litter, and its root meaning is to carry. Some bears are stationary frames, while others can be lifted and carried by pallbearers as they transport a coffin. It's a sad occasion that requires a beer. Emeritus, retired from active service but retained to an honorary position. Clue, retired professor atop ancient Meru mountain. Visualize an a retired professor atop ancient Meru mountain. An emeritus is a retired college professor or minister. When a professor stops teaching, she might be given the title of emeritus, which basically means she can still be remembered as a successful professor. The word emeritus, pronounced emeritus, is Latin, original meaning veteran soldier. The honorary adjective is most often used with professor, but it applies to other professions whose retirees continue to hold their title, like ministers. The word emeritus usually goes after the job title, but it can also come before, like emeritus editor. Let's summarize using this short story. A man who played two games at once watched a match when he was surrounded in mist. A tremor disrupts his intra-house table tennis match. The tremor caused a blaze and the civil defense rescue staff is least thrilled and yawns away. The man overindulges. He is crushed under a bier and is laid rest near an ancient mountain. At the top of Mount Meru, a retired professor took special classes on disaster management for the civil defense staff. Time for a quiz. Do you remember the word for one who has two spouses at the same time? Do you remember the meaning of the word intramural? Do you remember the word as well as the meaning associated with this mnemonic? We hope you got all three of them right. In case you haven't, please feel free to watch the video again. Let us know about your experience here till we meet next with the next set of GRE words. Thank you.